Welcome to the Elder's Pulpit. Encouragement is a lot like sunshine to the human spirit. We cannot flower and grow without it. A well-known singer was to perform at the Grand Opera House. The concert hall was packed. Unexpectedly, the house manager made the announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret that due to illness, our special guest will be unable to perform this evening. But we found another singer, an equally great talent. So would you please give her a warm welcome? The crowd groaned so loudly that nobody even heard the singer's name. You could feel the disappointment everywhere. The stand-in singer gave it everything she had. But when it was over, all she got was brief scattered applause followed by uncomfortable silence. Suddenly, in the balcony, a child stood up and shouted, "Mommy, I think you're wonderful." Realizing what had happened, the crowd jumped to their feet and gave her a tearful standing ovation that lasted for several minutes as her son glowed with joy. Most people love to hear, "I think you're wonderful." Why? Because it gives them a boost, and everyone needs encouragement. Even the Apostle Paul, he wrote in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 5 to 8, "For when we came into Macedonia, we had no rest, but we were harassed at every turn, conflicts on the outside, fears within. But God, who comforts the downcast, comforted us by the coming of Titus, and not only by his coming, but also by the comfort you had given him. He told us about your longing for me, your deep sorrow, your ardent concern for me, so that my joy was greater than ever." God needs more encouragers like Titus. So let me try to encourage someone out there. You may be at a point where you have no rest. You may be facing conflict from every direction. You may have battles on the outside and fears on the inside. You may be feeling discouraged. Remember that God is still faithful, merciful, and just. He is still a provider, way maker, deliverer, and healer. And he is still intensely in love with you, and he has ardent concern for you. Today, you might want to quit due to the various situations and trials you are facing. However, God has blessings for you that if you don't quit, you will see him work in your life. A hopeless situation does not mean that God has left you. Just because things don't work out exactly how you planned them does not mean that God is not at work in your life. No matter what your situation is, I can tell you that God is at work in your life at this moment. Keep praying, keep fasting, keep believing, keep trusting, keep living. God has a plan for you. This week, let's encourage one another and build each other up. Be a Titus to someone.
Let's talk about fundraising. Here's Auntie Patricia talking about a beautiful mug.
Thank you, Alicia. And yes, it is indeed a beautiful mug. But it's not just beautiful, it is very efficient. It not only will it keep your hot for up to 8 hours, but your cold. And we're selling these mugs at Apple Creek. It's a joint effort with the Prison Ministry Department and our fundraising committee to help send children of inmates to Camp Frienda. So we hope you'll support us. They're $15. They come in red and green, the color of apples, of course, for the apple picture. So we hope you will support us. Thank you.
On June 2nd, the Elders Pulpit was on location at Apple Creek Walk for Life Walkathon. Over 100 walkers and volunteers came out to participate in the annual fundraiser. Due to injury, I was able to take to either the 5K or 10K course. However, my daughter Alicia walked 10K with Pastor Reed's group, 5K for herself, and 5K for her injured dad. Thank you, Alicia. I'm proud of you. Donations are being accepted up to June 22nd. Proceeds benefit Apple Creek and Casey's house. If you have not already done so, please consider contacting Heather Ellis to make a donation.